Hi, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I go by the nickname Ginger. It's not cute not knowing. It's time to know. But before we do that, we start off with a hug. Come on. How's everybody doing? Prayers for Jamie Foxx. He lost his 36-year-old sister who had Down syndrome. They had a very close relationship, and she actually died last week, but his publicist and people came forward. Jamie loved his sister to the moon and back, and their special relationship was like such an inspiration to so many people. But we send our prayers out to Jamie Foxx, Karen, and their entire family. I had so many notes, but we're going to start off with Tyler Perry, who is hiring writers, y'all. He's hiring writers for the TV shows, for the movies. When Tyler Perry came out and was like, I do it all myself. And it was like, you know, I love Tyler Perry to death, but this is good news to open up for other creative minds in the process down there at the Tyler Perry Studios. Tyler says this will enable him to step back, do some other things. He did a very, very revealing interview in Variety, and he talked about the criticism he got from Spike Lee and how it stung. Tyler has gotten so much criticism for the Medea character and that whole thing, but there is an audience for his Medea projects. I love how Tyler Perry always reaches back and gives back, and he's a man who is very sincere. But he's going to have writers and directors. Now, if we could just work on some of those wigs in the movies, we're going to be like that. Okay. Now, y'all know that I normally, Tiffany Haddish has been put on my rest list. Last week, I interviewed Common. Political stuff. It was all political stuff. He was in Philadelphia for Rock the Vote. So I didn't go off course, to ask him, because I had to keep it, we had to talk about getting people to vote. I'm hearing that him and Tiffany Haddish are not together. And that Tiffany was the one who broke it off. Tiffany is not in the country right now. She's in Budapest, Germany, filming a movie. Maybe their careers are taking them apart, and that's why they're not together. But Common has dated, he's dated some hot women. Angela Rye, Serena Williams, Erykah Badu. Tiffany, if he could have kept it undercover, I bet you he would have. But, not with Tiffany. Everyone's going to know. You, my man. Everyone is going to know. We're together. Now, are they not together? It will be very interesting. But I'm not going to be surprised. Or that it seems like a lot of back and forth. I tell you one couple that ain't together. Marc Anthony is not dating Evelyn Lozado. Evelyn Lozado, Basketball Wives. She had a baby 6 years ago with a baseball player called Crawford. She used to date the football player Ocho Cinco. I'm not body counting, but she was on the Housewives show, Miami. They said, that she was dating Marc Anthony. Marc Anthony used to be married to Jennifer Lopez. He has several kids and several ex-wives. Marc Anthony wants everybody to know, I ain't dating her. I just let her stay at my house with her kids while I was out of town. Evelyn was taking photos, they said, by the pool. Maybe they're seeing each other on the low, but Marc Anthony he's not that type. And Evelyn, you're gonna find out. Marc Anthony is not that type. He may be a skinny little thing, but he's not that type. I always wonder why him and Jennifer Lopez, why they broke up. I was so sad when they broke up. But everybody doesn't get along. They have their 2 kids and they went their separate ways. But Marc Anthony wants you to know that, I'm not dating her. Lisa Ray, Meek Mill. Lisa said, come on, Meek. Meek, older women don't play. Older women, they do not play these silly reindeer games. Now, maybe Lisa is looking for publicity, but Lisa Ray, you're going to have to be careful because the way that he treated his baby mama, who just had his baby in May, not a good look. Maybe she wants to toy with Meek. The both of y'all be careful. That's just what I'm going to say. I'm going to say the both of y'all be careful. New York Undercover is coming back, everybody. For real this time. This time, it's going to air on NBC's Peacock streaming service. Peacock is free. It was supposed to be brought back by ABC, but then something fell through. New York Undercover helped to put the Fox network on the map in the 90s. It was this hot show, and I'm hearing that Lauren Velez and Malik Yoba are going to be back. No other word on casting, but New York Undercover, the reboot, is really happening, and Malik Yoba is going to be back. NBC's streaming network, Peacock. The next Versus is Thursday, November 19th. It's been weeks since Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight. It's really hard to put these together because you got to have the right artists. They got to have enough hits. This one is going to be T.I. and rapper Jeezy. So why would these two come together for a Versus? T.I. got an album that's not really selling great, so he needs some publicity. Jeezy is about to kick off his own talk show, A Conversation With, that's going to air on Apple TV and Fox Soul. But Jeezy is very serious about his talk show, y'all. But he's going to do this Versus Thursday, November 19th. It's like the week before Thanksgiving. They're all going to come together. Is that a Thursday? The 19th? November 19th. Just think of this. It's before Thanksgiving. But T.I. and Jeezy. Chaka Khan. I love her. She's so frank and brutally honest. And she's at the age where she does not care. She don't care. She wants a movie done on her life. Who do you think could play it? Or play her? Would she be all revealing? Because Chaka has had a wild life. An incredible voice. Rufus. Then going on her own. The stories. She hated I Feel For You. Remember the song I Feel For You and rapper Melly Mel was doing? She did not want that. She did not want that on. It took her a minute to embrace hip-hop artists because she hated Kanye West Through the Fire, I forgot the name of the song, but it sampled her Through the Fire. Chaka is interesting because she says things and people are like, she recently made a comment about pop superstar Ariana Grande, who can sing. And they asked her about Ariana, and she was like, Chaka can be out there with it. But who would you like to see play her in a movie? Former President Barack Obama, the long-awaited memoir, A Promised Land, is coming out November 17th. This is the first of 2 volumes, and he talks about how one of the most difficult parts of his presidency was the Affordable Care Act, which they have dubbed Obamacare. But he says that was one of the most difficult parts. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he keeps his body together. Well, he hurt himself in the process. He was doing the thing. We had the 50-pound chains. Well, he was going at it, and he hit himself in the face. He cut himself, and he had to wind up getting stitches. So he was working at home, but a good get well to him. Simon Cowell. He looks amazing. He had that accident. 6.5-hour surgery on his back. It was an intense surgery, intense therapy. He's getting back on his feet, but he got new teeth. He went and got veneers, And he wanted them to be a little smaller and less bulky than the ones he had before. He got a new set of veneers. I guess when he comes back to TV, he'll be ready. Y'all know I'm like the teeth expert because you do have to be careful. They can't be too big. They can't be like chiclets. They can't be too white. You know, a lot of stars, they are, you know, like, I got the money. I'm going to take care of my mouth. So a lot of them are doing it, and some stars have got it right, and some stars it's like, they look like chiclets. I'm a dental authority because 7 years ago, I had dental surgery and I have implants. You know, people try to be slick. How many teeth you got in your mouth? I said, probably double the amount that you have in yours. Please, leave me alone. Don't come for auntie. But dental health is important, everybody. It really is. Gums that are bleeding, that's a problem. And you can't ignore it and be like, oh, I'm just going to not pay attention. Missing teeth, they're going to cause you problems when you get older because everything starts shifting and you don't want to do that. If you see a problem, take care of it. And my saying is, if you could spend thousands of dollars on a pocketbook, you can put some money back into your mouth. You not only do it, it's not only just for vanity purposes, but for your health. Remember, your health is your wealth. Martin Lawrence is teaming up with Steph Curry. It's a comedy about a women's basketball team, and they're joining forces and getting it all together. But Martin Lawrence, Steph Curry, what a combination. It's not cute not knowing. I'm Patty Jackson, your auntie of pop culture. If you like the channel, spread the word. Hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend. Hit the like button. Get those likes in there. And if you leave a comment, you know that I saw it because I will give you a heart. I am so appreciative of you guys checking us out on the channel and just keeping up to date. There's always like so much going on, but I am very appreciative. And you can also check me out on IG where I share, you know, like even more, which is WDAS Patty. Have a great afternoon, everybody, and thanks so much for joining me.